Hey guys, we're here back in a video, and it is part 5 of Boruto, The Road to Beyond series. Yes, it's part 5 today, so excuse me. I recently watched Star Trek. It's past tense now. Star Trek, the Final Frontier. It was the Final Frontier, wasn't it? Yeah, the Final Frontier. And I had no idea what I was walking into going into this movie. And, you know, when it said the Final Frontier, I generally thought, oh, this is like their final mission, they're going to retire, but it's not. And I totally understood, I was confused at the start. Because there's this crazy man who's brainwashing people into thinking that he's like, you know, this leader of some kind. And, you know, he's not. And they're sending the Enterprise. Which is in shambles, by the way. Now, if you remember in the last video, I said that, you know, there was no time lapse in, you know, everything, because apparently within space 2 days, the Enterprise has been rebuilt. Apparently, it's just the shell. The innards, completely wrecked. There's like, nothing works, nothing does anything, because it's literally brand new. And, like, the computer don't work, because the computer ain't even there. But they're going to send her out. So the crew of the Enterprise with the Enterprise goes to this peaceful planet where this crazy man's taken over. And they have to infiltrate this city to get to this person who is taking hostages. And now I'm talking like this and I don't understand why. And so, which they do, they successfully get into the compound and they, you know, capture this person who actually, you know, turns out to be Spock's half-brother. Yes, Spock's dad had an affair. Wow, a Vulcan had an affair. How does that even work? And this guy, he believes this is a religious thing. And that's when I finally understood the title of the movie, The Final Frontier. Of course, because, you know, as an astronaut, as a space traveler, you are on the route of science, you know, of science and beliefs and stuff. So the final frontier is the frontier of religion, you know, of the ultimate question: does God really exist? Is it all a hoax? Is it this or is it that? And that is what, you know, what I then understood about the concept of this movie. Crazy man, whose name escapes me. Is it here? No, it's not. It's not there. Okay, that's fine. He's taking hostages because he needs the command of a starship to get to a certain place, which he believes is like Eden. You know, the not heaven, but Eden, you know, the place where God lives. And he is successful in this because he is able to brainwash half the crew of the Enterprise. And, you know, he then takes over the Enterprise and goes to this planet. And when he gets to this planet, he takes Kirk, Spock, and Bones, because these are the only three that do not the brainwash does not work on them. Although it did work on Bones, he chose not to go with Renegade Vulcan. We'll call him Renegade Vulcan #1. There we go. Or Phil. We'll call him Phil. Phil's easier. Phil. But these three go with Phil, fucking Phil, to the planet's surface, where they indeed find a guy who says he is God. And it's pretty much like, this film is pretty much like, you know, trying to see how, no, I don't even know how to explain it. No, it's like it's all a belief thing. It's about believing. It's about, you know, faith and all that jazz. You know, coming from a scientist's point of view, which is what Kirk was, and Spock, obviously Spock being on the logic side, being a Vulcan. Logically, is this real? You know, But they do go down to Planet Service, and a massive head just pops out of nowhere. You know, just like from Touched by an Angel. Yeah, you know, Hetty, hey Hetty, how you doing? And like God's like, how did you find me? How this and how that? And then like, you know, Phil explains, oh, I came here on a starship. I came through that cloud. We made it through to you, God. And God's like, this starship, could it carry me? And then Kirk's like, what does God need with a starship? And like God's trying to avoid the question. Kirk's like, what does God need with a starship? And then God attacks him. And it's like, and then like, God, what are you doing? Why are you attacking my friend? Like, and Spock's like, you didn't answer the question. What does God need with a starship? And then like he attacks Spock, and like he's like, stop attacking him. What are you doing? And then Phil goes into like the I don't know, the hologram head thing, and attacks God. And all this is going on. And you know, now three of them are trying to escape from the planet. And at this point, throughout the whole movie, Klingons again, all Klingons are trying to attack the Enterprise again. What is it with the original series? Was it Klingons this and Klingons that? Like, you know, forget the first movie. The second movie, oh, Klingons. Third movie, oh, more Klingons. Fourth movie, Klingons again. Hey, all Klingons. I don't get this. But it was a really interesting concept, because what I've noticed about the original series movies is that every single movie is a journey for Spock. Every single one. You know, because in number one, he failed the Krishna? Is it Krishna? Oh no, that's an Indian thing. He failed this Vulcan test because he was too human. And then number two, he sacrificed himself because of friendship, which is not a Vulcan ideal. And then in number three, they had to find his body once more and reconnect him. And then in number four, he had to try and find his human side once more, because he was all Vulcan at that point. He had no emotions, and he was trying to find himself. And in number five, it's all about him and his brother, and like Spock really doesn't have the capacity to injure someone or attack someone in a lethal manner, which he needs to do, because there was like a scene where he could have killed Phil, and he didn't, which he should have. Then the movie would have ended. But you know, it wasn't the best Star Trek movie. I must admit. In fact, I think I would put this one second to worst, purely for the fact that not a lot really happened. You know, I enjoyed like the whole base of it and, you know, the story, but like I said, not a lot really happened. However, the Uhura naked dance scene, that was a bit risque, to say the least. And like all of them now, you can tell that all of them are getting really old. Because like, you know, at the end of episode 4, I'm going Star Wars now. At the end of Star Trek 4, they looked old, but they weren't old. But at the beginning of Star Trek 5, they were old. But you know what? It was okay. It wasn't the best, but it was okay. And now I'm going to go on to The Undiscovered Country, which is the last of the original series movies. And it'd be interesting to see how that ends. Because, you know, this is the last that we see of the original series cast, apart from a couple of cameos here and there. So yeah, live long and prosper, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Shaboom and peace.